Don't get caught in some weird warp, some weird arborist warp. No, you can't. Just no, you can't. So friends, we just took that tree down, as you saw. To me, people ask me what the wood's so small. Why are you using such a long bar? And friends, I guess it really depends on where you come from. So I've bucked all these pieces down in an orderly fashion so that they'll end up in normal pieces of firewood. So there's a couple that I knocked down that I'm going to cut into two. Some I cut, you've seen in the tree there. So I'm just going to fire up this husky and I'm just going to cut the firewood. But watch my body here. Just watch my body as I have to clean this mess up.
You must have been a really rotten kid. I think in a previous life I was a rotten kid.
So friends, I like my videos to have a message, not just, hey, check this out or whatever. That's great too, but there's people, especially in our world this day and age, it's difficult for young men and women now to find good paying jobs, but you can create your own job. And I like to have a message for young people getting into business. And that was 3 poles on that saw, by the way. It's always 3 poles. I sometimes even get lucky on 2 poles. That's a rip saw, 572 with my muffler on it. And I've got good news on the muffler, friends. So there's a message in this. Just watch me work, because that's all this is me working. But I'm enjoying myself right now, and I want to do a darn fine job for this man. And there's a reason for that. So friends, this would probably be the time where I would say to you, you'd ask, why are you using such a long bar for such a small tree? Well, that's why I'm using a long bar. Is because the tree is so far away from me. It's on the ground. So what's the option? I'm asking. I'm not telling. I'm asking you guys, what is the option? Well, the option is to bend over and stick your face down in the kickback zone and this and that and get in there. You got to bend over. That's work. I'm not saying you don't have to bend over. But if you're bucking logs all day long, why wouldn't you stand straight up? I'm asking honestly, friends. I'm not trying to be goofy here. Could you answer that in the comments for me? Like, why would you bend over all day? So for folks wondering, like seriously wondering where to start, or most of you that know me, this is just how I work. But for those who are actually interested in maybe trying something a little different, a great place to start, if you're used to a short bar, is a 24-inch bar. You can actually get a lot of work done with a 24-inch bar, and it teaches you how to use your tip more and how to understand the relationship between the raker and the cutter tooth and start that process. This is for folks who are actually maybe thinking about making a living on the saw, or, you know, having a firewood business on the side, or just something. If you're just a weekend warrior who cuts a tree that breaks in your yard once a year or this and that, this probably means nothing to you. But for someone who's going to spend some time on a saw, you want to start lengthening out those bars and getting your filing queued up.
Okay, so that's why I use a long bar. And all the firewood's the same size, about 12, 14 inch. I cut it. See, Kenny, you cut yours like mine size.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 12, 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, normal size.
Yeah, because people got small stoves now.
They do, because they're efficient and small. Yeah. And a lot of the young guys in the tree services, guys, if anybody's watching, any local guys, you're on a tree crew, don't cut these 18, 22 inch pieces of firewood for people. They can't use them. They complain all the time. Just go 14 inch. Throw your boot down on the boot, mark it 12 to 14. Keep them small for folks these days. People enjoy their wood heat, but they don't like these big 18 to 22 unless they specify. And they'll tell you 16 because they know no different. And you end up cutting 18 and 20 and it screws them over. So get her straight, boys. All right, friends, it's late and we're losing our daylight. But here is that axe I broke. Do you guys remember that axe I broke? My skinny handled, Killinger handled Tassie. I just want to show it to you here. But it broke and I fixed it on a live feed with my members group and I put 5 dowel in it. Do you guys remember that? Right there. It is the skinniest axe handle I own. It has a 4.5 pound Tassie on it. Right there. It is a glorious tool, friends. But it broke sideways, not this way. It actually broke sideways. See that? So I put 5 dowel in it. Right there. And it is a freaking tool. I love this axe. But I was doing the flick, and I think a little bit too much power to the side. This is such a nice axe. Jeez, that's nice. So that's what broke it. So if you're going to use a skinny handled axe, yeah, you might want to use yourself a chopping block, friends. Geez, that's got a nice thud.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yep. But that sure is long firewood.
Yeah, that stuff's too long.
That's... Tree service has got to get your axe together here.
You know, I'd rather do this than play golf any day.
You're the same as me, brother.
Yeah,
Same as me. Here we go. Gosh, that's a nice tool.
It's a beauty. Use a bench grinder to sharpen them?
No. No, I don't. I use hand tools like files.
Okay.
I'll also use a sander, like a
yeah.
belt sander.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it works really good.
Oh.
Gosh, that's nice. Oh. Friends, it's so whippy. It's like a whip.
Yeah.
It's so thin. And here, I'll show you guys. We'll go over to something bigger, but I don't know how we'll do with this stuff. Mind you, there is some cracks in it, so it might do not bad. Let's see what happens here, friend. This is our broken axe, friends. 5 dowel she took. I guess the neighbor's coming over for it.
Yeah. Actually, I got a couple. I got to divvy it up.
Oh, do you? Does Billy Ray?
That's ugly.
It's like a longbow.
It is. See it squeezing the axe out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play with that.
So friends, I'm just wanting to show you that like this axe was broken. Hickory is amazing, friends. Amazing. So if you're making a using axe, use hickory. Wall hangers and pretty, look at what I made axes. You can use whatever you want, red elm, ash, all of it. But using axes, look at this.
Yep.
Look at that thing, friends. I'm still flexing on it.
Look at that, friends. Isn't that crazy?
The dowel trick is
The
deadly.
wood. And it's the buttress too. Sap pocket.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that's nice firewood.
Beauty. Oh. Smells good, yeah.
That's the best smell in the world, Ken.
Yeah.
By far. So there's our broken axe. Friends, back in action. Look at it. You'll bust it like right now if you don't use this properly.
Yeah.
As I did. Bending on it. And actually, the flick is not good for this axe. Because it's so thin. I used the flick, friends, and I broke it.
Oh, okay.
I broke the handle. I could feel it. So you're best to use a chopping block with this thin, beautiful thin-handled axe. That way you're not worried about it. But oh, I remember making this axe. Look at the bend in that, friends.
Wow.
Look at it.
Unreal.
Wow, that's nice wood.
Play model, huh?
Display, yeah.
Yeah.
But she held together, friends. There it is.
That's beauty.
She held together. This is a beautiful tool, friends. Hit the concrete a bit there, but oh, that's a nice axe. Work hard, be honest, and be kind to one another. I'll see you on the next one. So friends, I just want to close up right now real quick. I don't know how good the camera is right now. It's a bit dark, but I just want to share something with young tree men and young tree women and someone or anyone who's opening up a business right now and your plan is to stick on the picks or stick on your tree gear and go be a tree person. This goes for anything. I don't care if you're mowing lawns, cleaning gutters, anything, okay? I chose, and I didn't have to do this, but I chose because I want Ken, when I leave here, to say, hey, that freaking bucking Billy Ray, he stacked all my freaking limbs in one way. All I got to do is wrap a cord around that and drag that stuff down to my fire pit. It's all orderly fashion here. He's bucked my firewood all at the same lengths, 12-inch, and there it sits. The stump's flat on the ground. I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, friends. That's not what I'm saying. It's just I showed up here and a tree service had been here before me, and I see this all through the years, for many years. All different colored or different sized firewood lengths. I get it. You're taking a tree down and stuff and this and that, and you got to do snap cuts and you try and do the best you can. But I mean, some of this firewood's cut like in 22-inch firewood. Like, it's all crazy. It doesn't have to be that way. So there's all his limbs packed in a pile. His firewood's sitting there. Nothing's underneath, nothing. It's in an orderly fashion. Now, if I left this in a shamble, he may not say nothing, but if it's left all, holy smokes, he may decide to tell one of his friends down the road that, hey, if you're looking for a good tree guy, this guy did stuff he didn't even need to, and he really, you know what I mean? You guys get what I'm saying. I've been preaching this stuff for 10 years on YouTube. Go the extra mile. Just go the extra mile. If you don't enjoy your work, you won't do it. And if you're there for the money, you won't do this. You know what I'm saying? Do it for you. Do it for your name. Do it for your job, for the next job. Because he could tell 15 people at the next Sunday barbecue. And the phone could ring. He'd be like, hey, I got your name from Kenny down the road there. I got some trees. Do you guys get me? So let's think smart here. Work hard, be honest, be kind.